Okay, this is the door with the locks, clockwise locked, counterclockwise unlocked. I recommend that you always have this door locked because I have heard reports of a door coming open going down the road. And below this ladder storage area, you have the salesman switch, use or store. You have to be in use mode to be plugged in to the shore power and charging the batteries, or to be using the coach. Store mode is when you're not using the coach. Make sure that you turn off the inverter when you are not using the coach as well. So put it into store mode, turn off the inverter, and you can turn off these blue lights as well, which we'll talk about in just a second. Put it in use mode, and that's how everything works. That's your typical arrangement. So if you're leaving it plugged in somewhere, you're going to want to keep it in use. If you are wanting to minimize the battery drains, remember all batteries will drain a few percentage points or more per month, depending on the type of battery and their condition. But if you're trying to minimize battery drain, you put it in store mode, you turn off the inverter, and you click this little button on both of these to turn off the blue backlight. Awning, retract, extend. It extends out decently quick and it retracts very slowly, and that is by design. And you can also pull on one side or the other of that awning, or both, but typically if it's raining you might want to pull on one side just to let it drain away from where you're sitting or standing. This is the main cabin lights. Awning light is the strip light underneath the awning, and the porch light is right outside of this right outside of this door. Keep in mind that the little remote control can turn on this porch light, and if you turn it on with the remote control, this switch becomes disabled. So you have to turn it back off with that remote control and then turn on this porch light. I'm sure Thor has a video that says just that. And the inverter itself, if you're plugged into shore power or your generator is running, you do not need this at all. But we are right now unplugged from the generator. The van engine is off, so the alternator is not charging. And we are running just off the batteries underneath me at this moment. And this is what you see here. And when you're in the batteries, you can, in battery only mode, you'll be able to flick through the menu. I rarely do that. It's either off or on. But if you're running off the batteries and you want to make AC power, it powers the outlets that power the TVs. So those are the ones that are hooked to the inverter. Technically, it also powers the one to the back of the refrigerator behind that panel outside the coach, but that's not one that you can easily access. So just turn that off. You turn that off. This is the control panel, charge and discharge. Real briefly, all you have to do to turn this backlight off is just simply take a key or a ballpoint pen or something like that and just barely just touch this little button right here, and you turn off the backlight. It's as simple as that. Now, you can see a little bit better, at least my phone looks like you can. If you press and hold right here, it'll go to set and then clear. You let go, and notice the watt hours. It says 100, or it's got the 102 watt hours was blinking. I'm going to do that again. Set, clear, release. It's blinking. I click it one more time and it just zeroed out. If it's blinking and you don't do anything for a few seconds, it just goes back to the way it was before. And again, one click for the backlight, one more click for that, and you can go in there and do a set point for like a low voltage alarm. That is this area of the coach.